better rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 9 wins and 5 losses. He stands 177 centimeters tall and weighs already 75.1 kilograms. Representing Goret's team and fighting out of Russia. Give it up for Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 14 wins and 4 losses. He stands 178 centimeters tall and weighs already 75 kilograms. Representing CM System and fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil. Put your hands together for the former champion, Luan Santiago.
Santiago is in the white trunks, and we've got Gadzhiev in the black trunks.
I think it's important to note that this means less weight cutting for Luan Santiago and more weight cutting for Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev, who formerly competed as a welterweight.
I'm going to put a curse in this fight and say to judges, you can go to the bathroom if you want here, gentlemen. We're not going to require you.
Miao opens up right away, just has that in and out stance switching.
Gadzhiev, nice heavy leg kick though. Just to make Luan Santiago think about changing.
As we say, both men proven finishers. Luan Santiago with beautiful head kick has 11 KO or TKO finishes to his name.
I like the step off hook counter now by Gadzhiev as that kick landed. Do not want to let Santiago get comfortable in there.
Miao employing a slightly different style than we've seen before. Looks to a degree Conor McGregor-esque, for lack of a better term.
He's got that really light on the front foot. Beautiful covering, beautiful range with that straight.
He almost was pawing that hand out to the skies, the left hand piston coming behind it.
You just see that jabbing right hand kept below his waist, out of the peripheral vision of Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev.
Dare I say it, it's almost more Machida style than McGregor style. Jumping knee! Just missed! Gadzhiev lands a nice right hand though as well.
Both men incredibly dangerous with one punch, one kick, one knee knockout power.
Showed that athleticism and spring to throw that. And that left hand, the snappy left hand. Santiago needs to be careful jumping in like that, and he just puts out the hand and goes, yeah, you nearly got me. This is a fun one, gentlemen. As
we said, Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev, he's a with your shield or on your shield kind of fighter. All of his losses have come by way of finish as well. So guaranteed excitement when Deadshot steps inside the Brave Arena.
Again, you can see just the low hands from Santiago. Trying to lull his opponent into a false sensor to attack for him to counter and spring with that out to flying knee or that spinning back elbow that we've seen against also Willie.
Just switching. Back into the southpaw stance is Luan Santiago.
In some ways, Phil, do you think Gadzhiev is waiting a little bit too much here on Santiago?
I think Gadzhiev is perhaps guilty of giving Miao a little bit too much respect right now.
Nice left hand right down the pipe there by Santiago.
Santiago, for me, looks the more comfortable fighter right now.
I'm liking them inside leg kicks as well by Gadzhiev. I'm not too sure Luan Santiago agrees with me, but
well, that's the perfect shot that's available when you're competing against the southpaw. It's that inside leg kick.
Goes to the body this time, Santiago. So expect him to mix it up and maybe go high next time again.
Slight cut just between the eyebrows of Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev.
Gadzhiev, plenty of head movement, plenty of feints now, trying to work his way in.
You can see the southpaw Luan Santiago trying to keep his lead foot on the outside of Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev's lead foot.
Nice right hand, but a right hand followed by Gadzhiev. And both fighters were millimeters away from ending the fight there.
Nice head movement from Luan Santiago to evade those strikes. Mixing in the kicks, mixing in the hands. Showing a real diversity of attack.
Switching stance again, Luan Santiago. Just offering different looks and different threats to Gadzhiev.
I think he's switching in anticipation of getting Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev to circle off to his strong side, his left side, and then switch back and unload some sort of a kick, or as we've seen, a spinning elbow, which he's partial to.
Knockout of the year. For me, when that happened. That's a beautiful right.
Oh, he wobbled him.
Beautiful left hand it was that just shook Gadzhiev to the core.
Momentarily.
Bend the knees. Good recovery by Deadshot.
And that's what I say, when you see Luan Santiago get loose in there, when you see him enter that kind of flow state, he's so dangerous. He becomes so creative.
Heavy inside leg kick, and the crowd even beckoned that one. Almost like the Coliseum, the noise rippling around the arena here in Bahrain.
Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev charging forward, and there's
closing range and lands a big shot. Meow lands a knee on the inside and circles away, but Gadzhiev almost willing to just engage and take that danger of being countered while rushing forward.
Neo-like movement indeed, Phil Campbell. That's what we saw against that fence. I think Meow is probably trying to set up a liver kick. He's thrown everything but from there, and it's the single best attack you can do from a southpaw stance.
But in order to really land that with authority, he needs to beat Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev into circling towards it.
10-second clapper. We see one more explosion. Nice left hand again, and it's really starting to wear on the face of Gadzhiev. And an excellent first round, thoroughly enjoyable. Both fighters showcasing high-level striking. Luan Santiago taking in the applause of the crowd.
And what I find so intriguing about Luan Santiago, he goes from so loose and then just snaps the shots off straight away. That's what lends itself to the speed and the accuracy of the shot. It's because he's so calm, and because he's so loose that he's able to engage that fast-twitching muscle fiber so quickly.
He is getting countered after that first shot. I think at some point he may want to try popping in and out, rather than popping in and moving forward. He is getting countered, maybe not as effectively as he's hitting, but he's showing some wear on his face.
There was the left hand that shook Gadzhiev to the core, and then where Gadzhiev just pushed forward. And a lot of them shots, maybe the master just on the cage there, man. Good footwork and head movement by Santiago to avoid. Gadzhiev's corner, what are they going to tell him in between rounds here, Chris? What is the answer to this?
Close with it. Don't stand on the outside and play with it. Get into better than it. Close with it. Tie him up, work the knee, dirty boxing. Try something different. He's cut over the eye, and that nose is broken.
Worst thing there, he just blew the nose as well. You know the effects of when that happens, so it'll be interesting to see if that causes any.
We see the eye start to swell up. We know that that's exactly what the precursor to it was.
But the big part about that as well, the nose bloodied, the mouth opens, you're more susceptible to that knockout.
Yeah, it's going to impede the breathing because he can't breathe through the nose right now.
Further, the blood from the nose actually can go backwards into the lungs, make breathing even more difficult. Not a great place to be in the middle of a fight with Meow.
Beautiful leg kick, and again, that's we take a deep inhalation when we see Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev throwing those shots because they look so close, but it just shows how well Luan Santiago is able to measure the range.
Nice step in, right on the target of that bloodied nose, left hand again, and a light-footed Luan Santiago looking to make a run in this super lightweight division, and so far he's putting out an excellent performance. The referee just wanted to close the hand. Blows the nose again, Gadzhiev, so that will tell you he's been affected by his breathing through that nose.
You can see the frustration starting to creep in a little bit for Gadzhimusa, because much like
he's almost Phil, in some ways he's almost trigger shy now. He's afraid to pull the trigger because he knows what's coming from Luan Santiago.
And if anything, that gives credence to the striking then of Luan Santiago as he grows in confidence.
He's almost waiting, and for the distance that can be covered so quick by Santiago, he's waiting for that to try and counter, but he just cannot get the timing of the Brazilian. And this is the fight that he wants, Kirk. You said you need to close the distance. You can't let him do this, and this is the range that Luan Santiago wants to fight this fight in.
Miao's footwork is a little bit more efficient for this range. He pops in and he pops out. It
Yeah,
works
he's
very
got a
well
kick.
against an opponent who's continually stalking.
Digs heavy to the body with that leg kick and mixing it up, goes low this time. Will he go for the hat-trick and go high on the next shot?
Deadshot had some luck early with that left outside low kick. I'd like to see him try that again, maybe slow down some of his opponent's footwork.
Beautiful, just stretch straight and then back out.
Maybe one criticism you might have of Santiago is he's thrown single shots.
I think that's fair, but I think it's because he doesn't want to stay in the pocket with somebody as dangerous as Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev. So he's trying
so it's
to.
more of a tactical adjustment than.
I think so, yeah. Because if you spend any kind of length of time in the pocket with Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev, chances are you're going to get caught.
As we've seen, his teammate Felipe Silva, just in the fight prior, he was in there, he was engaged, looking for blood, looking for the finish, and he got countered and finished. So it can happen. A nice shots landed there, and the danger of that counter right hand by Gadzhiev was there, but Santiago avoids it yet again. Exchange leg kicks. Not a threat of a takedown by either man, and that could be something that maybe would make Santiago think differently if Gadzhiev was to go for that takedown, or vice versa.
He's really starting to piece up that body with that left kick. There's only a matter of time before he potentially finds range with it.
Game as can be, he will stay in there as long as the minutes are ticking by. He will come forward, he will try to take your scalp.
Again, it's just the speed with which Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev thinks he's out of range, thinks he's safe, and next thing you know, he's getting popped with the jab, he's getting popped with the straight. Luan Santiago happy to occupy the outside and just land these pot shots.
Different looks now, mixing in some spins and trying to give different looks to Gadzhiev, but Gadzhiev has fundamentals in defense coming forward. He's not shown many holes for Santiago to them feints.
Oh, he caught him coming in. I think that was more the momentum of Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev charging forward.
Very wise of Miao not to get excited with that, start to lose control of himself. He's got a game, he's executing it beautifully, it's keeping him ahead, and he's going to stick to it.
I love the frequency of fakes that Miao's throwing.
Beautiful left hand just came over the right hand counter of Gadzhiev there, and that was close. And was threatening, sitting down low on the threatening the kicks as Santiago keeps pulling his shorts up. It's almost like a little tell to say something big is coming. But I think he's doing it deliberately too. Second round, you'd have to think it's going all Luan Santiago's way. And it's the puzzle I told you a moment ago.
Yeah.
But what is the answer to that puzzle? And we see Gadzhiev is trying to just go reckless and abandon and just charge forward.
The difficulty is when we see Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev charge forward, he has been countered. But what I'd like to see him do is not charge forward, but more measured approach, swing the shots, maybe flick shots, maybe go into the takedown. We've seen that the Luan Santiago likes to occupy the outside of the cage.
That was big dead shot into the corner. Dropping it close to the sniper and kill. Don't need that dead shot to walk out of the
Gadzhiev looks fired up. Almost give himself a little bit of a pep talk there. But Luan, chilled out as you like.
Gadzhiev is a very clear style. He's a tremendous counterpuncher. It's worked for him in the past. It could work for him tonight. I think we're going to see him continue to stalk and counter.
Already seen it here tonight at Brave Combat Federation 29. Although he might be winning the fight, that doesn't mean you walk out the victor. So
No, anything can happen in an instant, and I think Luan Santiago took a lot from his last fight where he's perhaps a little bit complacent and took now champion Clayton Predator Silva a little bit lightly.
stances, keeps changing, lands that right hand from that change of stance.
That's a nice 1-2.
Gadzhiev doing a lot more stalking here, really trying to put the pace and put Santiago on the back foot. Good footwork though by Santiago, just as he looked to be cornered. Circles out the opposite way. Nice lateral movement.
Getting that jab nice and low out of the peripheral vision. As somebody who's had a knee injury, seeing those push kicks to the knee, they make me cringe a little bit. Incredibly effective. Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev trying everything he can. He has to be wary of getting into that hand fighting battle, because that's what Luan Santiago wants him to pull off with the jab and then come over the top.
He's got to be careful of just following his opponent rather than cutting the cage off.
He's now circling towards Luan's power side just as he throws that kick.
Getting a little impatient in here. Gadzhiev pushes forward, and this is the danger. He's got Santiago up against the cage, but excellent work by Santiago to counter and circle out of danger. But the crowd was starting to boo, and eventually Gadzhiev's idea of thought and game plan to get him up against the cage came. So maybe a little bit more patience for him, just a little. Round one action. In fairness, they've been spoiled rotten tonight, Keurig, with the fight. So in all action, this is the first time in a while we've been in the third round this evening.
Corner of Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev are willing him on forward. You can see them gesticulating just to get him to charge forward a little bit, and that's very dangerous against somebody with cat-like reflexes in Luan Santiago.
He's there and circling out of danger as well, but you can really see the intensity in Gadzhiev trying to close that distance just to land that shot.
Yeah,
beautiful
big
knee. But again, straight away, like a zombie in your horror dream, just keeps walking you down, Gadzhiev. Luan Santiago's got to be thinking, what do I have to hit you with to keep you away from me?
But that's it once again. Luan Santiago lands the strike, gets out of the way.
We know, we have seen the KO power of Santiago. He's landed clean throughout this fight, and yet he keeps pushing forward.
Oh, Gadzhiev can definitely take a shot.
Santiago into the crowd a little.
Having a little bit of fun in there.
The crowd might be getting a little distaste because he is circling away. There's a change of level, and the crowd are willing the big takedown, and all of a sudden Santiago has turned heel in Bahrain.
Nice use of the wizard just to defend that ever so slightly. Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev trying to do everything he can to impose his own game against Luan Santiago.
Referee just warning about grabbing the cage.
In that over-under position, it's draining for both men. Both men trying to establish double underhooks.
Separation here. Expect a break shot by Deadshot.
I think you might see Luan Santiago use that wizard to try and sneak out to his right side.
I don't speak Portuguese, but it certainly sounds like what his corner's saying, Phil. Gadzhiev's cornerman decided he'd just stand up and walk to the far side of the cage to give instructions. That's not permitted.
Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev was using a little bit of veteran savvy to get a hand in the cage there, obstructed by the referee. Nice body lock.
I don't see it as cheating, I see it as experience. Santiago seems to be on his bike a lot more as we're coming to the latter stage of this bout. And it is Gadzhiev who's pushing forward, but that's not going to be enough. Needs to go hunting.
Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev definitely wearing the story of the fight a little more on his face. Beautiful head movement from Luan Santiago.
Turns and just jogs away. He feels he's got enough done here to get the finish.
Thought about the capoeira kick.
A little bit of capoeira. We go the distance. And of course, it was my fault, folks. I put the curse and said the judges could take this one off, but it didn't be that way. Gadzhiev seems perfect in his arm. And Santiago's beating maybe just exhaustion off the bout. Very close fight here, but Luan Santiago's former champion here in the super lightweight division. How impressed were you with him?
Extremely. He showed me a new look. He's often had a more conventional kickboxing approach to the stand-up game. This time it's completely side to side. It's not that difficult to emotional moment. Ladies and gentlemen, Brave Nation, this is brotherhood. Brotherhood between teammates. Brotherhood between fighters that can face each other. The great Marcelo, founder of CF Systems, standing in the Brave Combat Federation cage. Multiple of his champions.
Amazing bounds. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores about 29-28 Santiago. Your next judge scores about 29-28 Gadzhiev. And your third judge scores about